the public hearing for the Lafayette Common Council. Please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Will the clerk conduct a roll call vote?
Blinker.
Here.
Snyder.
Present.
Reynolds.
Present.
Weiss.
Present.
Brown.
Here.
Allersmeyer.
Here.
Williamson. Downing.
Here.
Nargi.
Here.
Quorum present.
Okay, first on the agenda is the approval of the regular meeting minutes of October 6, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Okay, are there any corrections or concerns about those from the council? Anything from the public? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next we have to approve the public hearing meetings from October 9th, 2025.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any questions or concerns about that? Seeing none, we have all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. Okay, ordinances for second reading. Ordinance 2025-35.
2026 GLPTC budget and ordinance appropriating money for the Greater Lafayette Public Transportation Corporation as required pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-17-20.
Okay, Ms. Reynolds?
I move to hear ordinance 2025-35 by final reading.
Second.
Okay. We need anybody to speak or any questions from the council or from the public about this ordinance? Seeing none, okay, will the clerk conduct a roll call vote on ordinance 2025-35?
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Okay, next is ordinance 2025-36.
The 2026 budget ordinance and ordinance appropriating money for the purpose of defraying the expenses of several departments of the city government of the city of Lafayette, Indiana for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2026 and ending December 31st, 2026, including the outstanding claims and obligations and fixing a time when the same shall take effect.
Brown?
Madam President, I move that we hear and approve ordinance 2025-36 on final reading.
Second.
Are there any, you want to present anything, or is there any questions or concerns about this?
We have an amendment.
If
We have
it
an
pleases
amendment.
the council, I can review a few of the modifications over the advertised version of the budget.
Okay,
Why, thank you.
Jeremy Deal, City Controller. So the initial version of the budget was advertised at $101,242,041. After revisiting all available information, consulting with the mayor, we were able to bring the budget down a little under $500,000. So we reduced it by $480,650. And to summarize the changes that comprise that total, I'd like to state that I reevaluated the formulas of my salary calculations. I made some small changes there. I reevaluated health insurance for the various departments. There were some small changes there. The salary calculations were most significantly changed for the engineering department, where 9 employees were reconsidered. I consulted with the city engineer, and we made changes there that resulted in substantial savings to the general fund. There was one position in the Parks Department. The zoo education director was moved entirely from the park operating fund, and we plan to budget that in the park non-reverting fund. So that presented a savings. Health insurance was most notably evident in the controller's office, the engineering office, and in the IT office. I also looked again at the electricity budgets because Duke Synergy has an ongoing rate case. We anticipate higher rates in the future. Some of our biggest departments were affected there, and I made upward revisions to the electricity budgets for fire, traffic, and park maintenance. And then lastly, some capital purchase requests were reexamined. Facilities requested a lift and a truck. Those were removed entirely from the general fund budget, but we will consider those purchases from alternate fund sources next year. Likewise, fire department had an inspector vehicle that was removed from the general fund budget. And hopefully we can find, if that's a continued priority, we can find the availability to fund that purchase from Public Safety Lit next year. And street department had a dump truck requested. I removed that from the MVH fund to save the property tax supported fund. And that, again, if it meets a priority of the department and of the, with the mayor's blessing, we can look for an alternate source for that, possibly from CCD next year. So, in summary, the adopted version of the budget is presented at $100,761,391. The rate that corresponds to is 1.0608, and that rate is stated on the Form 4 that you'll all be asked to sign. However, I used a conservative net asset value in the calculation of that adopted rate, and the net asset value I used was below what I expect reality to be. So I expect the ultimate accurate rate to be pretty much exactly like it is this year, around 1.0462. So if there are any other questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Questions about the amended
Do we
Otherwise,
have to, do you need a vote on this to amend this?
Well, a vote on the amended, and then we'll have to go back and vote on the,
Amended ordinance.
Okay, all right.
Move to, go ahead.
Oh, Mr.
Sorry.
Deal, sounds like there's a lot of vehicles and stuff that are going to be needed. Is that, I mean, are these vehicles that are going to be, that are on their last leg, is that the problem?
I think these are just scheduled replacements or additional vehicles required.
Okay.
And the fact that they were removed from certain parts of the budget doesn't mean that we won't procure them. I mean, we may be purchasing them from a fund source other than the.
Property tax.
Yeah, other than
Okay.
property taxes
So
that
you
were.
do have other
Yeah,
ways to do this?
we do.
Okay, great.
any questions from the public? So we'll take a roll call vote on the,
We need a motion.
Motion
I make a
to amend.
motion to amend the ordinance 2025-36.
The amendment.
Second.
Okay. We'll get
roll call vote on that,
on the amendment.
on the amendment, okay?
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Amendment passes 7-0.
Don't have to do anything more.
We need to vote on the amended ordinance now.
I'm,
We already have.
go ahead. Can I do that now?
We need another motion.
I make a motion that we vote on ordinance 2025-36 as amended.
You got it.
You have a second?
Second.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Do we have a roll call vote on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Amended ordinance passes 7-0.
Okay, ordinance 2025-37.
An ordinance fixing the salaries of the appointed officers and employees of the City of Lafayette, Indiana for the year 2026, excluding the sworn protective occupation and law enforcement members of the police and fire departments.
Brown?
I move to hear and approve ordinance 2025-37.
Second.
So do we have any questions or concerns? Anybody want to speak to that?
Madam President, ladies and gentlemen of council, this ordinance presents the salaries proposed for all city employees, and it essentially entails a 3% raise across the board for all positions. And I respectfully request your approval.
Thank you.
Any questions from the public about this? Seeing none, will the clerk conduct a roll call vote on ordinance 2025-37?
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Okay, next ordinance is ordinance 2025-38.
An ordinance fixing the salaries of the sworn and protective occupation and law enforcement full members of the police and fire departments of the City of Lafayette, Indiana for the year 2026.
Okay, Mr. Snyder?
Madam President, I move to hear ordinance 2025-38.
Second.
Members of council, again, this ordinance is for the 2026 salaries for our public safety officers of the police and fire departments. The ordinance has scheduled compensation for the different ranks, as well as specialty fields and longevity compensation for all eligible employees. Again, this grid for compensation was formulated with a 3% increase in salaries for the 2026 budget year for law enforcement officers. I respectfully request your approval.
Any questions from the council? Any questions from the public? Hearing none, will the clerk conduct a roll call vote on ordinance 2025-38?
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Okay, next is ordinance 2025-39.
An ordinance fixing the salaries of the elected officials of the city of Lafayette, Indiana for the year 2026.
I move that we hear and accept ordinance number 2025-39 on second and final reading.
Second?
Madam President, ladies and gentlemen of the council, this is our last salary ordinance for your approval. This is for compensation established for our elected officials, our mayor, our clerk, and our council members. You are all a part of the valuable team. The compensation listed here also entails a 3% raise for all qualified positions. I respectfully request your approval of this ordinance.
Any questions from the council? Any questions from the public? None, will the clerk conduct a roll call vote on ordinance 2025-39?
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Reynolds.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
No.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 6-1.
Now we have time, do we have any other public comment? So please come to the podium.
Move for adjournment.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Now I need everybody to sign those
Yeah,
forms,
that's,
so
actually,
don't leave yet.
hey, Andy,